Welcome to the next week of Raider Wrap-Up. This week on the show, we're going to have a special interview with Coach Hood, but first, let's get straight into the news and announcements. So to start off, SCA is selling a chance to win a movie ticket for $2. Go to Ms. Page for more details. And then, cap and gown fees are due February 3rd. And finally, softball is selling cow patty tickets for $1 for a chance to win $1,000. And now it's time for Brooks Davis with the sports.
Thanks, Dustin. Hey guys, this is Brooks Davis with Raider Sports. We got a busy week this week of Raider basketball as your varsity teams begin to wrap up their season. So to start off, we're going to go back to last week's county tournament where your varsity girls were put out by Weaver in the third round in a very heartbreaking defeat. On to this week, your varsity teams took on the Glencoe Yellow Jackets Tuesday at home, and although the JV boys picked up another victory, your varsity girls lost 59-51, ending the area in a three-way tie, while your varsity boys lost 57-41, finishing last in the area. Your varsity teams continue to play last night against Ohatchee and will play again tonight against Spring Garden, beginning with the JV boys at 5. Be sure to come out and support the Raiders. And that's all for sports this week. Back to you, Dustin.
Thanks, Brooks. Now we're going to send it over to Heaven Rush with the weather.
Thanks, Dustin. Today and throughout the weekend and throughout next week, it will be mostly sunny, except for Sunday. It will be partly cloudy with temperatures around 60 degrees.
Thanks for that weather report, Heaven. And now we're going to send it over to Dakota Heron and Coach Hood.
Dakota Heron here alongside with Coach Hood. Coach, I'd like to congratulate you for getting Alabama Girls Cross Country Coach of the Year.
Got a letter in the mail first from Wake Forest. I thought it was for Fawcett or one of the girls for a track scholarship. Opened it up and I didn't know what it was about, but called Proper and he couldn't believe we got it. He said there should be a letter at the school, so I went to the school and looked and found it. It was nice to have. But it's more of a award for our kids. I didn't run 1 mile, so that's pretty cool that our kids. That's really to me an award for the kids and their hard work.
Coach, what's the way you coach that makes your team so successful in the year?
I don't think it's anything special, anything magical. I coach 3 sports. I've coached my whole life, but I think a lot of it's the way I was coached coming up. Everything was just on effort and attitude to do things you can control at all times. You know, when things are going bad, you can always control effort and attitude. And in cross country, you have 2 options. It's either work, get better, and the clock tells you that, or it doesn't. Same way in track. Basketball is a little different. You know, hustle can be seen, and it can be, you see some small rewards, but a lot of times you can put 5 out that may hustle nonstop, but the scoreboard's not always going to say they're hustling. But so it's a little bit different, but just focusing on the effort and attitude at all times and seeing where it goes from there. That's just the only way I ever played, and that's because of the way I was coached, and that's the way I coach naturally, is just focusing on that, conditioning and hustle and those type plays, those type things. So.
Well, Coach, how do you set your expectations for your team?
It's pretty simple across the board. It's just high expectations. If you don't expect the most out of your team, then I think you're shortcutting them. For cross country, it's been win the state title. We talk about that before the season starts. Basketball's Final Four or bust has been our motto. If we don't do that, if that's not our goal, then we're probably not going to work hard to attain it. And same thing, with track, same thing as win state championships. If that's the bar, then we'll reach for it, and if we get it, that's great. And if we don't, at least we tried. So that's the mentality is, set high expectations and work hard to attain them. Sometimes that's tough. It puts a lot of pressure on kids at times. With those high expectations. But for the most part, they'll try to work for it and achieve it.
Well, Coach, I'm glad you came out today, and we came out today to interview you about your award you got. Hopefully we'll see you next year.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dakota, and congratulations to Coach Hood. But that'll be all for this week. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Raider Wrap-Up.